Hello friends, how are you? This is Ali Reza Abdi, Associate Professor of Nursing, and I'm going to share you some medical, nursing, and health notes, and try to delve into the papers, textbooks, and so on, and get some new notes and share with you. Hope they would be useful. This is my first video that I want to share with you, and this is the results of one of my papers that recently has been published in BMC Publicars. The title of this research is it's kindly general because we have done this research on the people who had a chronic disease. The name of the research is Perceived Experience of Adhering to Vegan Diet. We have done this research as a qualitative study. First of all, let me share you our participants' characteristics. This is the characteristics of the participants. As you watch this, you will see that most of the people would be at least 3 months the experience of vegan diet, and we had some of them, for example, participant 7 had 7 years of vegan diet. And as you see this part, you will see most of the participants, 12, we had 12 participants, most of them had a chronic disease. For example, participant 1, cancer symptoms, sleep disorders, and also about obesity. Most of them had obesity, and for example, P participants 9, participants 12 had obesity, some of them had diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and so on. So we conducted some open question interviews with these participants and have done qualitative analysis, content analysis on the participants' uh, interviews and so on. Let me share you the results of this study. This table shows the result, the main themes and sub-themes of the participants. First main theme is in pursuit of redemptions. In pursuit of redemptions, our participants were looking for many therapeutic action. For example, they would go to the many physicians and were looking for new treatments to get rid of their painful and suffering diseases. But unfortunately, they didn't get any results. So they they try to uh, free of those suffering. So they try to change their framework and find a new framework in their mind. And they try to break their uh, their strict frameworks in their mind, the previous strict frameworks, and come across a new awareness about, for example, about vegan diet, about the new regimes, about their health, about the meaning of life and so on. Before going into the vegan diet, they had unequal disappointments and were we frustrated of this life, of the painful life they had. And they had, as we watched that, as you saw that in the previous table, the table one, they had chronic and complex conditions. And by vegan diet, they seek the new world and starting with doubt and hesitations. And they said that this new treatment, this vegan diet, is also like other treatments that they had experienced before. And they started this path with doubt and hesitations. And they had many temptations to return because the circumstances that they lived do not allow them to continue this way, this path, the new way that they have selected. And they had constant criticism. For example, their family said, "What is this diet? You would be more ill," and so on. And because they experienced a new stage named intoxication. The intoxication was one of the painful steps after entering the vegan diet, and they found an unfamiliar appearance. For example, they had a weight lose very rapidly, and their face would change, and they feel weakness, and so on. After overcoming the difficulties, they had a a journey of overcoming of difficulties. And they had some associated problems, as I said about intoxications. And they tried to match themselves to the new way and try to looking for the new recommendation from the experienced people on this way. And the last theme is attaining the expected outcome. They feel they had a healthy lifestyle. More than 90% of their problems would be resolved, even for those people that had cancers and diabetes and so on. They get the therapeutic feedback and enhance their emotional well-being. And also, mostly all of the people say they they feel they are younger than the real age. I recommend you to read my paper and raise your comments for me. Thank you so much. Excuse me for my English speaking because I have started learning English, but I try to speak more clearly with a simple way. I hope my English would be understandable. Have a great time. Bye for now.